Stop everything you are doing right now, because what I am about to tell you could save your Social Security check this month. Listen to me very carefully. February 2026 has got millions of seniors across America absolutely terrified right now. And honestly, I do not blame them one single bit. The internet is on fire with horror stories about missing payments, frozen accounts, and checks that simply vanished into thin air. But here's the truth that nobody else has the guts to tell you. What if I told you that 90% of what you have been hearing is completely and totally wrong? What if that panic you have been feeling in the pit of your stomach every single night is based on misinformation that spread faster than a wildfire in dry season? Stay with me for the next few minutes, because I am about to expose exactly what is really happening with your February 2026 Social Security payment. And trust me when I say this, there is actually some incredible news hiding underneath all that fear and confusion. Now, before we dive into this, I need you to do something for me real quick. If you are a senior living in America right now, or if you have a parent, a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, or anyone you love who depends on Social Security to keep a roof over their head and food on the table, I need you to hit that subscribe button and tap that notification bell right now. I am not asking for myself here. I am asking because the information I share on this channel could literally be the difference between someone you care about sleeping peacefully at night or lying awake, worried sick about money that is rightfully theirs. And while you are at it, smash that like button, because it helps this video reach more seniors who desperately need to hear the truth instead of all that fear-mongering garbage floating around online. All right, let me talk directly to you for a moment, especially if you are one of the millions of seniors in America who is struggling right now. I see you. I really do. I know what it feels like when every single dollar counts. When you are sitting at your kitchen table trying to figure out how to stretch your Social Security check to cover rent, utilities, groceries, and those prescription medications that seem to cost more every single month. I know there are folks watching this video right now who have worked their entire lives, paid into this system for 40 or 50 years, and now you are wondering if that money is even going to show up when you need it most. That fear is real, and I am not going to sit here and pretend like it is not valid. But what I am going to do is give you the actual facts so you can stop losing sleep over things that are simply not happening. So here is what actually went down with February 2026. Everyone and their grandmother woke up in January expecting absolute chaos. Social media was flooded with posts claiming checks were going to be delayed, payments were being secretly withheld, and the whole Social Security system was about to collapse like a house of cards. I watched video after video from these so-called experts making wild predictions about how February was going to be a disaster for anyone depending on those monthly payments. And you know what actually happened when February rolled around? Absolutely nothing out of the ordinary. That is right. The checks went out. The direct deposits hit bank accounts. The system kept on chugging along exactly the way it has for decades. What we witnessed was not a system failure. What we witnessed was a massive information failure where confusion spread 10 times faster than the truth ever could. Now let me break down why February always causes this kind of panic every single year, and I mean every single year without fail. February is the shortest month on the calendar, we all know that, but what people forget is that the Social Security Administration does not care how many days are in a month. They operate on a fixed distribution system that has absolutely nothing to do with whether the month has 28 days or 31 days. Your payment date is determined by your birth date, not by how long the month feels. If you were born between the 1st and the 10th of any month, your payment lands on the second Wednesday. Born between the 11th and the 20th, third Wednesday. Born between the 21st and the 31st, fourth Wednesday. This system has been in place forever, and it did not suddenly change just because February showed up with fewer days on the calendar. Here is where I want to speak directly to my seniors who are on fixed incomes and feeling the squeeze every single month. I know that waiting even one extra day for that deposit can feel like an eternity when you have bills stacking up and creditors calling. I know there are folks out there who have to choose between buying their blood pressure medication or putting gas in the car to get to doctor appointments. That is the reality for millions of Americans right now, and it breaks my heart every time I hear those stories. But here's what I need you to understand. The Social Security Administration built this payment system to be rock solid. They know that 50 million Americans are counting on those deposits hitting their accounts like clockwork. And despite what the doom and gloom crowd wants you to believe, that system held strong in February 2026, just like it has held strong for years and years before. Now, I have seen a lot of people claiming that their money straight up disappeared in February. They are posting on Facebook, commenting on YouTube videos, calling into radio shows, all saying the same thing. My check vanished and I do not know what happened. So let me explain what is really going on in most of these cases, because it is not nearly as scary as it sounds once you understand the mechanics. If you are under full retirement age and you worked at all last year, the Social Security Administration makes assumptions about your earnings going into the new year. They assume by default that you are going to earn the same amount in 2026 as you did in 2025. If your earnings went over the annual limit, they might temporarily adjust your payment until they get updated information from you. This is not money being stolen. This is not your benefits being cut. This is the system operating exactly how it was designed to operate. And the good news is that it is completely fixable with one phone call or one visit to your local Social Security office. For those of you who are living on Social Security alone, and I know there are a whole lot of you out there, this next part is especially important. The cost of living adjustment for 2026 already went into effect back in January. That means your benefits got a bump to help keep up with inflation. Now, I am not going to sit here and pretend like that increase covers everything, because we all know prices have been going up on just about everything from eggs to electricity. But what I want you to understand is that your base benefit is protected. The Social Security Administration is not out here trying to shortchange you. The payment increases happened on schedule and they are not going anywhere. Let me address something that has been confusing a whole lot of folks, and that is Medicare premiums. I have seen so many comments from people saying that Medicare ate their entire raise and now they are actually getting less than before. Listen, I understand why it feels that way, but let me explain how this actually works. Your cost of living adjustment gets applied to your benefit first. Then Medicare Part B premiums get deducted from that amount. So yes, if Medicare premiums went up, it can feel like your raise disappeared. But the reality is that your base benefit still increased. You are not getting less Social Security. You are paying more for health insurance, which I know is frustrating, but it is a completely different situation than having your benefits cut. And here is something most people do not know about. There are programs specifically designed to help seniors who are struggling with Medicare costs. Programs like the Medicare Savings Program can actually pay your Part B premium for you if your income falls below certain thresholds. This is real money that could be staying in your pocket every single month, but most people have no idea these programs even exist. I want to take a moment here to talk to those of you who are feeling absolutely overwhelmed by all of this. Maybe you are a widow or widower trying to navigate these systems alone for the first time. Maybe you are dealing with health issues that make it hard to spend hours on the phone with government agencies. Maybe you just feel like the whole system is designed to be confusing on purpose so that people give up and stop asking questions. I hear you, and I understand that frustration more than you know. But I need you to remember something important. You paid into this system your entire working life. These are benefits that you earned. This is your money, and you have every right to understand exactly what is happening with it. Now, some of you might be wondering what happens if something actually does go wrong with your payment. What if there is a bank error? What if the direct deposit gets rejected? What if the account information was entered incorrectly? Here is the good news that nobody talks about. The Social Security Administration has backup systems in place for exactly these situations. If a direct deposit fails for any reason, they can reissue that payment. If there was a problem with your bank account, they can fix it and send the money again. You are not just left hanging out to dry if something goes wrong on the technical side. There are real people whose entire job is to track down these issues and make sure you get the money you are owed. The process might take a little time and some patience, but the safety net exists and it works. Let me tell you something about all these scary videos you have been watching online. A lot of these content creators, and I use that term loosely, have figured out that fear gets clicks. They know that if they put up a thumbnail with big red letters screaming about Social Security collapse or benefit cuts or payment freezes, people are going to click on it. That is just how the algorithm works, unfortunately. The more outrageous and scary the claim, the more views it gets. But here's what they are not telling you. Many of these videos are created by people who have never actually worked with the Social Security system. They read a headline, they misinterpret some technical detail, and then they present their confusion as breaking news. Meanwhile, seniors across America are losing sleep over problems that do not actually exist. Under the current administration, I want to be crystal clear about something. There has been no executive order freezing Social Security payments. There has been no directive to withhold benefits from seniors. There has been no secret plan to dismantle the Social Security system. Despite all the political noise and all the scary predictions floating around, the actual operations of the Social Security Administration have continued without disruption. Payments are going out on schedule. Benefits are being calculated correctly. The machinery that keeps this whole system running has not stopped for even a single day. I am not here to tell you what to think about politics, but I am here to tell you the truth about your benefits. And the truth is that nothing catastrophic happened in February 2026. For my seniors who are really struggling right now, I mean really struggling to make ends meet, I want you to know that there are resources out there beyond just your monthly Social Security check. Many states have programs to help with heating and cooling costs, food assistance through SNAP benefits, property tax exemptions for seniors, and prescription drug assistance programs. These are not charity and they are not handouts. These are programs that exist specifically because we as a society recognize that our elders deserve to live with dignity and security. If you are sitting there right now worried about how you are going to pay your electric bill or put food on the table, please do not be too proud to look into these programs. You have earned every bit of help that is available to you. Now, I know some of you tried to call the Social Security Administration this month and got stuck on hold for what felt like forever, or maybe you visited your local office and the wait was absolutely ridiculous. I get it. The customer service experience has not been great, and that is a legitimate complaint. But here is the important distinction I need you to understand. The front-end customer service issues are completely separate from the back-end payment processing systems. Just because it is hard to get someone on the phone does not mean that payments are not going out. Those are two entirely different operations. The automated systems that calculate your benefits and send out those monthly deposits have been running smoothly even when the phone lines are jammed. So if you had a frustrating experience trying to get answers, I am sorry about that, and I wish it were better. But please do not let that frustration convince you that your benefits are in danger, because they are not. As I wrap this up, I want to leave you with some clarity that you can hold on to. February 2026 was not the disaster that people predicted. The Social Security system did not collapse. Your benefits are not being secretly taken away. The payment schedule worked exactly the way it was supposed to work. If you experience any issues with your payment, chances are extremely high that there is a simple explanation and an easy fix. Do not let fear-driven content steal your peace of mind when there is nothing to actually be afraid of. You have enough real challenges to deal with in life without adding imaginary ones on top. For everyone watching, I am asking you to please share this video with someone you know who is on Social Security. Share it with your parents, your grandparents, your neighbors, anyone who might be worried about their February check. Let them know that the system is still working. Let them know that their benefits are protected. Let them know that all that scary stuff they have been seeing online is mostly just noise designed to get clicks and views. The truth deserves to spread just as fast as the fear, and you can help make that happen by sharing this video right now. If this video gave you some peace of mind today, do me a favor and hit that like button right now. Subscribe to this channel if you have not already, because I am going to keep bringing you the truth about Social Security, Medicare, and everything else that affects your financial security as you age. Turn on those notifications so you never miss an important update, and drop a comment down below telling me what questions you still have, because I read every single one and I use your questions to create future videos. Until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and remember that you are not alone in this. There are millions of us in the same boat, and together we are going to navigate these waters just fine. God bless you all, and I will see you in the next video.